Hey guys, so in today's perks video, we're going over Boba. These are the cards you're going to want to use, the first two on the top and the first on the bottom. But if you don't want to use either the first on the top or first on the bottom, you can switch it to the last one on the bottom. That way he can do more damage if his rockets land in like a 1 meter radius to his enemies. But basically what those cards will do is the first one on the top will allow his jetpack fuel to come back quicker if he's not using it. The second ability allows him to, second star card allows him to, when he's using his middle ability, his all of his abilities will come back all together when flying, but his health regen comes back 1.5 seconds later. And his final star card allows his jetpack fuel to burn slower when in midair. Like I said, you can use that final card on the bottom if you don't want to use both jetpack cards. I just do have trouble maintaining his jetpack fuel, so I use both those cards. So getting into Boba, obviously before we even get into his abilities, in case it wasn't obvious enough, he has a jetpack, which helps him fly, obviously. His left ability is a concussion rocket, which pretty much he shoots out one rocket, which blinds enemies, and for shooters, it does actually stun out their guns. If it's something like a special gun, kind of like Han's sharpshooter or Leia's E11, Chewie's Furious bowcaster, you know, whatever. It will take that gun away from them, but then they'll just get the regular gun back. But if it's just a normal gun, then it will overheat it, and for all enemies, it blinds them. Obviously, it won't necessarily do anything to a lightsaber, but it does blind enemies, which is good. His middle ability, which, as you can see, I'm using, scans enemies with the star card, allows your abilities to come back quicker, and also does have unlimited jetpack fuel during it, while using it. So even if he has no jetpack fuel, like technically he has none, if you activate that ability, he can fly. But he won't be able to get his jetpack fuel back for the time being in this ability. Be careful. And his right ability, wow, I can't believe that reached me. His right ability, which you might have seen me use before, it is rockets, which are obviously very good for doing damage. If you have that star card on, they do very nice amounts of damage. But when using them, I recommend you kind of stop flying while you're using them and just crash straight down on your opponent to get as much damage off as you can. Because it really can do like 400 damage or so. Just try and get them as close to them as possible. That was dumb of him to jump. I used them a little too far there, but if you can like get right above someone and just crash down on them like this, very good. Does great amount of damage. His abilities come back like decently quick, but with the star card, it's really good, especially. See if I can get him here. Oh, that was a waste. But yeah, you know, with your rockets, you're definitely gonna want to make sure that you aim them right down on the person to get so much damage off. With Boba, he is definitely different to anyone else, just in the entire game in general. In the fact that he can actually dodge while in midair, which can't be said about really anyone else, honestly. So it's definitely good for avoiding blaster shots, avoiding force abilities, stuff like that. And you see I took away Han's sharpshooter right there. Actually really haven't seen any shooters yet. But yeah, very good for getting around. Shooters like this, good for dodging. Got some good damage off here. For dodge, and he's dead. Also with Boba, he does have a flamethrower melee, which is a nice throwback to OG Battlefront. If you played, one of his abilities was just a flamethrower. But it does decent damage, the melee, if you get it off, which is obviously very nice. But obviously don't rely on it for like doing some main attack, because it's really only good if like a lightsaber is like spamming you and like they're at like literally no health and you have some health, then you can just, you know, hit them with the flamethrower as they're spamming you and you'll be good. Ooh. Be careful here. I can get Kenobi. As you see, just crashing down right on him. Got him. Ooh, gotta be careful. Obviously, very good to fly away from people in this. Get some distance, and if your jetpack just runs out, just let it recharge in this kind of mode. Obviously, the lightsabers are gonna have to go to you. So obviously, you know, they're not just gonna block the whole time going to you. It's gonna take too long. They're gonna lose their patience. So obviously, it's a good place to like get some good damage off as people are getting you. Let your jetpack refuel. If I can get some rockets on here. I got some. Nice job, Grievous. But yeah, definitely fun to use. A little hard to aim with, no doubt about that. You know, if you're flying side to side. can definitely be difficult. So yeah, usually when I'm shooting with him, I'm usually flying straight forward, which kind of can be a problem because it's easier for people to hit me if I'm just flying straight at them or straight away from them. It's much harder to aim to the side while doing it. But you know, if that's something you can practice and get down, it's definitely a good thing to have. Really hard to hit him, like I mentioned, especially with those dashes in midair. It does drain a bit more jetpack fuel when you dash in midair, but it really can be so deadly. I can see I took away Leia's 11, crashed down on her, and she's dead. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, it probably did like 300 or so damage there, and then my teammate got the finish. I think I would have killed if my teammate didn't shoot anyway, but you know, still, great damage to get off. As you see, I'm kind of out of jetpack fuel. Just trying to dash away a bit and use my jetpack fuel when I can. Obviously, you do have to be careful because force abilities can reach you. But like I said, you can dodge them in midair, which is definitely nice. Getting some good kills off here. I crash on him. Okay, I shouldn't have used that there. But yeah, Boba's health, he doesn't have great health, and he doesn't really have damage reduction cards, and his health regen isn't that good, which kind of sucks. But obviously, you know, his damage output and everything is really good. And obviously, I've lost a lot of health this game, but I keep getting it back, keep getting some good kills. So yeah, just gotta stay away from Luke for a sec, fly when I can. I can see, just keep him as much distance as possible. Boba's very fluid, which is nice. I don't know why he's jumping. His gun does do pretty good damage. It does kind of work from all ranges. Not really sure what this guy's doing here. Now he's gonna chase, jump. Can't even block. I don't know what he's doing. There you go. Bang. Wow, that was a quick game. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, he's definitely fun to use. Definitely fun to just fly away from Jedis, especially as they're chasing you. One thing I will say about that is if you're running low on jetpack fuel and Jedis are chasing you, I would definitely try and just back up as much as you can with your remaining jetpack fuel. That way you're as far away from them as possible. And they can run to you and you can get them good headshot damage off. But yeah, pretty much that's going to do it for the Boba video. Definitely fun to use. His rockets do great damage. His concussion rockets, great, especially on shooters. And his middle ability is just good for saving him if he needs to be. Also, with that middle star card on, he does, if you just jump with him and you're in the air with him, then his abilities will slowly come back, and then once you land, it'll stop. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for the Boba video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.